don't know. I wouldn't say I possess a lot of controversial opinions, really.
Really? Your
But-
favorite author is Jordan Peterson.
No, he's not.
I was paraphrasing.
But what's controversial about John Prieston? He's a
Quite
good
a lot.
guy.
Right, this is the thing. Too much Jordan Peterson leads you on a bad path.
What do you mean?
Like there's a certain limit of that sort of.
Have you read Jordan Peterson?
No, and
Exactly.
I won't. But there is a limit of that sort of red pill, blue pill mindset where no matter what side you pick, it sort of ends up at the same incel destination. It's like you gotta be careful with it because you'll either end up being an incel, or you'll go through that sort of that like delayed gratification and I'm the man and working out's great, and then all of a sudden you start hating women. And then once you start hating women, that'll lead you right back to the incel spot.
I don't think I'm going to start hating women. I want to stress that because
Okay.
I have the opinion that I think with the red pill, because you have the two sides. There's like women who are like, I hate men. Men are all toxic, and then you have the men being like, women are all toxic.
True.
The problem with that is that there's no communication there.
Yeah.
There's no like instead of shouting at each other across the internet and in person saying that we're just all toxic people, why don't we, like adults, have a healthy conversation?
Yeah.
Women will have their own problems and things that they don't like about men, and men will have their own problems and opinions that they don't like about women. So why doesn't everyone just discuss them, sort of communicate and hash things out, and sort of set like specific like rules and like boundaries of like, okay, maybe we need to be more open-minded and more tolerating, because the whole I hate women, I hate men does nothing.
No,
It's just a waste.
That's a very good point. That communication is the sort of essential for everything, and that is a very good point. There is no communication. It is just two sides that both feel passionately about their thing, just shouting at each other, which won't get you anywhere. That's a very good point. However,
So I'm not an incel.
not yet. God damn.
No, I don't think Jordan Peterson is he doesn't like, he's not conducive of incel behavior. The man's got a wife and he's got 2 kids. Like, he's not like he doesn't
True.
he doesn't say that he hates women. The people like it's like people like is it Andrew Tate? You know the guy who's like, depression isn't real.
No.
You've not seen him?
No.
He's like a very red pill guy. I
Okay.
mean, he's very successful. Like he obviously knows something. Like he's like a multi-millionaire. But there's like a viral clip of him, and he's saying like, there is somewhat of a logic to it. Saying that like, I don't believe in depression, so I can't get depressed.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Good for you, mate.
He gives the analogy of 2 people in like a haunted house. One believes in ghosts, one doesn't. So when one hears like a crackle or like a branch blown in the wind, the person who believes in ghosts gets scared and thinks, oh, it's a ghost. The person who doesn't believe in the ghost thinks, oh, it's just the wind blowing.
Yeah.
So I can sort of see where he's coming from there, but on the other side, depression is real.
Yeah. That's like, well, I don't believe in cancer, so the thing that's killing my body and has given me 2 months left to live isn't cancer. It's like,
Yeah. It is definitely a lot in the mind, like how you perceive and think, but also, people are you can't get depressed. Like, positive mindset, like that's what I think that's the message behind what he's saying, is having a positive mindset, but depression is still real. Like, just because you have a positive mindset doesn't still mean others can't get depressed, or it's a fake thing.
Yeah, I think what he's trying to say is like I feel like there's some good from where he comes from.
Yeah, of course.
But the way that he is doing it is no. Like, I think that's a stupid claim to make, and to push that out as a multimillionaire is bad. I think a lot of people in that sort of environment don't understand the effect that their words have. and so they will say a lot of random bullshit, get a few things right, but there's a lot of bullshit, and you only ever see the clips of them saying the good things. But all the people that go to their shows and all that stuff, they'll get the bullshit as well, which is, it's like, I think that sort of culture has a very good intention, but I think the performance and the way they do it isn't correct. Well, maybe not correct. I don't think it's beneficial for the most part. It's a sticky thing when you start talking about people's mental health and you start using the words real and not real. Like, that's never going to put you on a good place.
No.
It's like the use of normal when you're talking about things, because no one can ever say this is normal. It's just, this is what the most people do, or this is what most people go through.
Mm-hmm.
Is there could you define normal aside, without saying it's just what most people do?
I don't know, mate. Not really.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's
a
subjective thing.
Yeah, I think it is subjective and dependent on the person. Like, what's normal to me might be different from what's normal to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my normal morning routine is different to your normal morning routine.
Yeah.
The same thing goes 100%. For everyone else.
Yeah. That's why you see, like, what you got, year 7 kids, and you know, do you remember the like SJW feminist era on YouTube? Like, I stole that point from them, which it is a good point. That's the thing. No matter what, unless you're like bad, even on the opposition, they'll still have some good points. So it takes back to the communication point. That's why that is so important, because I have a lot of wrong points, but I do have some good things. You have even more wrong points, but slightly less good things. So if we talk and communicate, then we'll work out.
Yeah.
Sneako's an incel.
Sneako's an incel?
Yeah, I saw a podcast clip about him talking about women, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was just like, damn. He's gone too far. He's gone past the point, and he's now on the path to incelness.
Do you think?
Yeah, there are a few Sneako videos that I really like.
Yeah, I do like Sneako,
but most of them are bullshit. I think he pisses me off because he just puts this like sort of fake deep mindset about things, and like when creators that you used to like start becoming commercialized, then they sort of, I feel like they sell out without selling out. That's what I think Sneako's done.
How do you sell out without selling out?
I mean, when I say sell out, I mean as in without selling out. Like, he hasn't sold himself to a brand.
Right.
He's not, but he's sold his actual character because he knows that when I do this gets more views. So I'm going to make this my personality, but it's not necessarily actually me.
Yeah, it always seemed like maybe it's people change. Like, it could be a natural progression of his personality, but like, it always seemed he had a questioning sort of mindset, like of questioning everything. Like, even when he was like that 16-year-old video of himself. No, the video of himself at 16. Where he was still like questioning, like where he's like shaving his head. And, it was quite good videography. Like, he's a good videographer. I like the way his videos are made, and like just the random like clips. The 1 minute podcast is good as well.
Yeah, the 1 minute podcast is good, but that is that's him getting content off other people. It's like he just sits there, maybe like asks a question, and then he
still interacts with them.
No, obviously he's not just like for a minute and a half. But I feel like the concept with the pros with Sneako. The video. Did you watch the video of him and that woman who was shouting at him in the bus stop?
Yeah, that was funny.
That's a funny video. He is funny.
Yeah.
I just don't agree with his ideology, which is a tricky one. It's the same with music. When I hate like XXXTentacion. Couldn't listen to his music before he died because he was a piece of shit. But the music's good. Can you separate the products from the character?
That's up to yourself, I suppose.
Yeah, it's on your moral compass.
What did you think about that video of Sneako where he's like that woman was shouting at him?
Oh yeah, but I don't.
Did you agree with Sneako or did you agree with the woman?
Well, I agree because he was talking to other people, and then she got involved and started calling them stupid and saying all these different things, and I was like, saying that these girls are lying, and it's like, yeah, they might be, but it's not your position to say. If he had come up to you and was like, what do you think? and then you had that reaction. It might not be the best reaction to have, but you're entitled to have a reaction because he's interacted with you.
Mm-hmm.
He only started interacting with you when you started responding to something that wasn't intended for you. So it's like, oh, did you see his, they try and film in the bar, and they don't let him in.
Yeah, the second video where they met up again.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Sort of like spoke again.
Did you see all the backlash that came from him going in the bar, like the woman saying she'll sue him and stuff like that? Yeah, there was like, basically she was saying that she was gonna get like lawyers and stuff because he filmed her out when she came outside, and obviously her point's bullshit. Like they're filming on the street,
Mm-hmm.
but the way he reacted to that was also not very good. He was just sort of like, what's the word, like slander. He was just talking shit about her for the full thing. It's like, yeah, I understand having a bad reaction, being like, yeah, this dumb bitch, but when he's just going in on her for a whole video and like, Sneako pisses me off. Who is like, fuck, I keep stuttering. Who's a content creator that you like that isn't on part of that mind, like red pill, blue pill, the sort of Hamza sort of train? Who do you like? Do you still watch any content that isn't pushing that?
I occasionally watch like boxing content.
Yeah.
The
Martial Mind or whatever his name. What was that guy's name?
modern martial artist.
That's it. Yeah.
I haven't watched him in a while.
Oh, I liked him.
Not really. No. I watch like on YouTube. I listen to music. Like if I see a song like come up. But mainly, it's like Hamza, First Man. There's a guy called Alicia Long. Like they're like self-improvement YouTubers. They're really good, to be fair. I told you the quote. You are the average of the 5 most people's content you consume.
Oh, so it's content you consume and people you hang out with.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to finish the quote and then be wrong. That would have been embarrassing. Yeah, that makes sense. It's the same thing, isn't it? Because when you're choosing to hang out with the people, you're consuming whatever stimuli they give off. So I suppose it's that makes sense.
If you notice, like usually, like say you're hanging out with someone for a while, you usually start saying the same things, don't you?
Yeah.
And when like a YouTuber says these like phrases and whatnot, you start saying these phrases as well, and you probably don't realize how that brushes off.
Mm.
But like,
yeah, a lot of it's subconscious.
you should be, as well as the people you hang around with, you should be careful of the people you watch on YouTube and listen to on like Spotify or the podcasts you watch, because it will really influence you. Even if like you hate that person, you're just like consuming to hate them. Like you're like just like you're watching Sneako and being like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
You're still consuming Sneako content. Like that's still being like ingrained in your brain, and you're probably gonna start maybe acting a bit more like Sneako, maybe saying some of the things he says.
Oh no.
Whether that's a good or bad thing is up to you.
Yeah.
Be selective who you watch on YouTube.
Only watch us. That's the moral of the story, because we're not pretending to know what we're on about.
Yeah. The name of the podcast is literally biased, uneducated, and prejudiced.
You can't say we've said anything wrong, because you came to the channel, saw that the name is biased, uneducated, and prejudiced. You can't expect anything from us, you know what I mean? We covered all bases with that name. Glad I thought of it.
Yo, thanks for watching this clip. If you liked watching this, somewhere around the screen will be like the full episode or whatever, and you can go watch that. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like and comment. We'll hopefully see you in the next episode.